Hi, and welcome back to another recipe at thecheatandcook.com. Today we're going to cook Thai chicken green curry. This is something you can get at the Thai restaurant. This is actually a lot easier than you would think. So the first ingredient is curry paste. This happens to be green curry paste. You can get this at your Asian market for around $2 to $3. I have not seen this at the American market so far. So if we take a look and examine here, it's exactly what it says. This is a bunch of paste here. It's not like fine particles. We're going to use this and we're going to saute it a little bit and then we're going to mix it with coconut milk. So this is the paste. If you buy the green curry, there's also red curry paste too, which is right next to it. It's the exact same consistency except it's red curry. For our vegetables, as you know, green curry uses potatoes and green peppers, but for simple ease, we're just going to use firm tofu. So here's the key to the dish, coconut milk. Whenever you cook a curry, there's different consistencies, and you hear thick coconut milk and thin coconut milk. Thin coconut milk is nothing more than this with more water. For the meat, we're going to use chicken breast, and this is a package I bought from Costco. And for some savoriness, you need fish sauce, and as you see, this was used in previous recipes. So when we come back, we'll show you how to fire this up. Welcome back to the green curry recipe. First off, we open the can of coconut milk. And sometimes you notice the consistency isn't even, so I had to stir this for a little bit. It may seem very solid and have liquids on top, but that's okay. Next thing is I cut the firm tofu into cubes. You want to make sure that you rinse it and drain it before doing that. I opened up the green curry paste to give you perspective. It's just like a paste. This will last you for a long time. You can keep it capped for a couple months and won't really have to worry about it. You don't have to refrigerate it. Next thing here is we have chicken sliced against the grain. Remember, this is a very versatile recipe. You can use any type of meat, any type of vegetable, so feel free to experiment. Next here is we have a small stock pan, medium stock pan with oil. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to half stir fry the chicken. Just going to add some chicken here. So if you had beef, you do the same thing. Basically, you don't need to completely cook it because when you add the coconut milk and the rest of the ingredients, it will be fine. So just for some ideas on how else to make this recipe, as we said before, this is just a base. What we're going to create here is a green coconut curry, and we happen to use chicken and tofu today. But you can easily use green peppers and potatoes and chicken. But the reason why I don't really like using potatoes is you have to peel the potatoes, you need to dice it up, and then you have to make sure it's cooked. Because it's a root vegetable, it takes a little while to cook. Also for green peppers, it's good too, but you have to be careful of how long you cook it, because if you cook it for too long, then it will lose its color. So for ease, I'm just going to use tofu. Next thing is that we're going to grab a big spoon of green curry paste and dump it in. So this is where your taste will come into play. How much green curry paste you put, it will indicate how spicy this dish is going to be, or how green it is also. So if you're not sure, don't put too much in the beginning. You always can add more later. You just have to stir fry the paste for a little bit, not too long. So in this recipe, you can use 2 chicken breasts. So probably make, it depends how much you eat, maybe 5 or 6 servings. Okay. Now that that's done, the chicken doesn't have to completely be cooked. We're going to add the coconut milk. after we add the coconut milk, add a couple dabs of fish sauce. And I don't like my coconut milk completely thick, so I'm going to add about half a cup of water. Next thing you want to do, move the temperature to high. You want to get it to boiling and then lower the temperature. First thing you're going to notice is going to be a green specky color. It takes a little while for the flavors to absorb, so if you tasted this and you're like, oh, it's not that spicy, and then you add more green curry paste, later on it's going to be very spicy. This can get very, very spicy if you use too much green curry paste. Next thing here is we're going to go add the tofu we have. And as I said earlier, I really do like tofu as a general vegetable because it's not a vegetable, a vegetable substitute, because it doesn't need to be cooked. You just plop it right in. Because if we did this with potatoes, we would have to worry about when the potatoes are cooked, and as I said earlier, if you did green peppers also, then you have to worry to cook it and make sure it's not too overcooked. So after adding all the tofu here, bring it to a boil and then you bring it back down to a simmer. Something about coconut milk is it does not take well to heat. If you put it over heat too long, it would actually start separating. One day I remember putting coconut milk in a slow cooker. That's like the worst mistake you can make. So remember, this is not a slow cooker dish. This is a dish that has to be cooked in a stock pan. So after this, then we're basically done. All you have to wait for here is make sure the chicken is cooked. So you can let this simmer for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to do a little taste, see how this is. It's not thick enough, thin enough, so I'm going to add another half cup of water. So remember, when you start off this dish, add a small spoon of green curry paste, and then add a little bit more later, and just let it simmer. If it tastes, so to further season it, there's two things that you can control it with. You can control it with fish sauce and sugar. This actually needs a little bit more fish sauce. So that's about it. Curry, very simple dish to make. All you need is that coconut milk can and the green curry paste. Those two you do have to pick up at the market in advance. Oh yeah, the coconut milk is at the Asian market. It's a lot cheaper. It's around 50 to 60 cents compared to American markets where it's $1 something. After this is done for about 5-10 minutes, just serve it hot. You can freeze it also if you make too much. It doesn't freeze completely too well, so just try to eat it fresh. You can serve it with white rice or French bread or any type of bread you have. So thank you for watching. Hope you try this. This is something where you definitely, if you've gone home after work, you cook it very quickly, especially with the tofu substitute. That's one of the other key things. So thanks a lot for watching, and catch you next time.